How's it going, everybody? Today we are working on a new Garmin transducer that is being installed onto our live pole. And for any of you that have noticed, the connector does not fit into our pole. But the good people at Garmin have included this nice little set of, I call them split nuts. I believe that's how they clarify them as well. But they give you two of these. So today we are going to show you how to remove the stock nut, thread the cord through the pole, and install your split nut so that you can get out on the water and get fishing. All right, after you remove the transducer from the box, you are going to find this plastic bag with this piece of paper inside. And this piece of paper is basically showing you that you need to remove the nut, thread it through the hole, and then reinstall the split nut. They're maybe not the best instructions, but we're going to give you a pretty detailed instruction on how to do it. So again, Garmin includes two of these. We call them split nuts, or that's what Garmin calls them. And they're kind of like the old model toys that you had when you were kids that you had to put together. There's two little legs right here that are connecting the nuts, and we're going to show you how to do this. So we're going to start off by, you need to remove the O-ring that is on the connector. So you can either reuse this, Garmin does include two of them, or you can discard it. After that, the nut, we take a little pliers, you're going to have to break this nut, and it breaks pretty easy. So we're just going to go ahead . So now that we've got the nut broken off, we can set the broken pieces aside. And now we are left with just a clean connector. So now we're going to thread it through the pole, up and out the top of the pole, so that we can reinstall the split nut and the O-ring. So on our live poles, we notch the side of the pole so that the cables go up the center of the pole and they'll come out the top of the pole. This lets for really nice cable management. You're not going to get cables twisted around the pole, and that way you can turn it 180 degrees, even 270 degrees, and you don't have to worry about wrapping the cables around the pole. So we've got the nut removed. We're going to thread the connector up the pole. All right, we now have the connector. It has come out the top of the pole. So we're going to give ourselves a little extra cable. And then we are going to go and install the split nut. So I still have my stock O-ring that I had, and here's the split nut. So if you take the nut and you literally break it, those two little tabs, there's these little legs, and you're going to want to remove those. You can break them off with your fingers on both sides, or if they stick to one side, that's even better. So now there's a ring on the end of this connector right here. So obviously there's a portion that is not threaded. That is going to go here in this gap or this opening. The threads, the start of the threads need to be towards the connector side. And so if you do it wrong, the nut's just going to slide off. So we need to put the ring to the main cord side and the threads towards the connector side. So we're going to hold that one in place. We're going to do the same thing with the other half. And you can see that there's a gap on either side as we put it together. And if you just slowly and gradually put pressure, you're going to hear it snap into place. That side snapped, and that side snapped into place. So now we have our nut in place. Now we can take our O-ring, put it over the end of the connector, kind of press it down into place. As we tighten it onto the box, it'll seat that O-ring. All right, just to refresh, do not forget to look for this little bag. It is in the box with the transducer and the black box that you're going to receive from Garmin. So again, you're going to need this. If you've used up both of these, you can order them off Amazon or you can order them directly from Garmin. Again, hopefully you found this helpful. We get a lot of questions about the Garmin of how to get the connector up the center of the pole. So hopefully this was a lot of help. If you have any questions, reach out through us through our website, TKICNC.com, or give us a call here at the shop. Hopefully you have a great time on the water.